everybody. I wanted to take a second to just kind of sit down and talk to you guys for a second because I feel like I don't get to do that a ton, or maybe I just kind of choose not to. I don't really. It's probably more on me than anything else, but I want to take a second to thank you guys because we recently, if you didn't notice, hit 200 subscribers on the old Brassydoots channel. And these sorts of YouTube milestones for me have always meant a lot. For those that have been around for a long time on this YouTube channel, I mean, I started this channel 2017, April 8th, April 9th, somewhere in there. It's one of those 2 days. I think I uploaded on the 9th and then I started on the 8th. But regardless, I started the channel like 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago now. And it took about 3 years to hit 100 subscribers. It was a long crawl, very slow crawl to 100 subscribers, but it was a lot of fun. That whole journey to hit 100, I think that was in it's like May 2020, somewhere in there, like early May, I think. It was pretty cool. It was a really cool moment, and it took another 2 years to climb our way to 200. But I say that with love. It's been an incredible journey just to try to get to this point in the first place, and ever since I started going like full time, or at least trying to go full time with all this content stuff and streaming full time and editing videos, on the days that I'm not streaming the whole day, taking that time to work my ass off over this last year has, it's just been a really rewarding experience, and it's been very different than how I was doing, YouTube in the past. In the past, I would, upload, early days. You guys were, for the few of you that were around for the early days of the Brassydoots YouTube channel, I used to upload like every other day. I was doing lots of like Let's Play style stuff, so those videos were a little easier to edit. And if you compare it to my content nowadays, the stuff nowadays is a lot more edited. There's a lot more going on there. It's the production value it's a whole different process, and it's a lot higher than what it was back in the day. But although I still have a ton of love for all of my old videos, I still every now and then I'll go back for nostalgia purposes and watch one here and there just because it fills my heart with warm fuzzies. But yeah, in regards to the content now, I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying it. I know that a couple of videos, like a couple of Final Fantasy videos and a handful of videos from the last 2 months or so have kind of popped off in the proverbial sense, at least in regards to my channel, and I've been really happy to see that. That was really cool to watch happen for a couple of videos. And so if you came from those, welcome to the channel, welcome to the content, welcome to the community. I hope you're enjoying yourself here. I do everything I can to improve and fine-tune my content as much as I can as I go, but it's always a learning process, and I'm just doing the best I can to keep it going. It's really just me. As far if you're curious about behind the scenes, it is just me working on all this stuff, with the exception of one community member who works a little bit with helping with some of the edits behind the scenes. Those are only on very, very select projects. So it's not, the majority of everything you're seeing is, it's all me. I'm doing it by myself. So I hope you're enjoying what I'm able to provide for you. Certainly, I'd love to be able to upload even more consistently and give you lots of videos, but I'm streaming full time over on twitch.tv/Brassydoots. I'm streaming full time over there, so you can catch me, shameless plug on my own channel, I guess, but but you can catch me almost every day in the evening. As far as West Coast times go, I'm usually live by okay, if I say an early enough time, my chat will absolutely roast me later if I tell them that I'm usually live by 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm usually live by 6 p.m. Pacific time-ish. Okay-ish. And yeah, I'm live almost every day. So, if you enjoy what you see here, feel free to, stop by and hang out in the streams. It's always a ton of fun. And I always love getting to interact with you guys more. It's always cool getting to meet people, especially ones that found me through YouTube. It's always been fun getting to finally connect with those people that, only just kind of lurked around on the YouTube side of things. So feel free to stop by sometime. It'd be cool to see you. Speaking of interacting with you guys, of 4 years ago, I think, it's been a long time, but I did a Q&A years ago, and I meant to do more over the years, but I got really busy for a couple of years there, and it sort of slipped my mind. So I would love to do another Q&A, and that is what I'm going to attempt to do today. So for the comment section on this video, feel free to leave any questions that you might have, any burning questions for the old Dootster that you have had, maybe for years, maybe for a month, maybe for the last 2 minutes since you started watching this video. Who knows? Any questions you have, feel free to ask them. You know, the last time we did one, I had a lot of restrictions on what I could and couldn't talk about, and I'm not really leaving any hard restrictions this time because I don't have to hide anymore, I guess. So I can be a little bit more open. There's still certain things I'm not going to talk about, but I mean, if you guys, have some social awareness, I'm sure you'll figure out, hey, maybe I shouldn't ask this super personal question that is maybe not something you want to broadcast to the whole internet potentially. So yeah, feel free to comment them here, or if you'd rather, you can just tweet them to me at Brassydoots on Twitter. I'll, take screenshots of those as well and use those for the Q&A. So any questions you have, feel free to leave them down below, and I will happily answer as many as I can in the upcoming Q&A video whenever we get enough, responses and whatnot. But most importantly, I want to wrap this up. I don't want this to go on too long. I just want to say a huge thank you again for getting us to this point. I'm going to keep working my ass off to give you the best content I can going forward. I'm not going to stop the train anytime soon, and I actually have some really cool projects that I am super excited to eventually get onto YouTube, the YouTube side of things, because I'm really stoked for how those are hopefully going to turn out when I'm done editing them. It's a bit of a process, but I'm stoked to get them to you guys on this side of things. So thank you so much for getting us here to this amazing milestone of 200. Here's to 300 subscribers, hopefully in the near future, and hope to see you in the streams soon. Take it easy, everybody.